Oh, I think we're getting pulled over. Well, we have fenders. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. I know it's been a while. We've been cooped up inside working on fiberglass. So I figured today we should do something fun. We do have some very interesting artwork going on here. We'll get into that later on in the video. Feels good being out and about in the scraps thing. No dash, no radio, no headlights, barely any fenders. It really reminds me of the good old days. I think I've driven every single Mustang I've had without fenders, without a gauge cluster, without a radio. It's pretty cool to get to repeat these steps with a different subject. They each have their own personalities, their own soul. We've been driving the scraps thing around a couple days now. We drove it pretty hard through the desert for around 3 hours. And the temps averaged at 180, 177, which is insane. We've also done a couple hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours of city driving. And I'm talking constant stop and go traffic, but we are learning the car. It's basically nothing like any other Mustang I've driven before with that Mustang 2 suspension. I mean, it's really raw. There's no seats. Well, there's one seat. There's no upholstery. There's no sound deadening. You could literally feel every single exhaust pulse somewhere on your body. But like I said, we've been cooped up in the shop, not really enjoying the Mustang as much as I would like to. That's what it's all about, man. Oh, I think we're getting pulled over. Oh my gosh, my heart literally dropped to my ass. There was 2 of them. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was literally 30 seconds after that pull. But we're still here. And we're still quick. It's so awesome because with that side exit exhaust, when it spits out, it goes pop, 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 pop. Always left to right. Oh my God, it feels good. I don't know how much fuel I have. The lady next to me looks like an evil Kermit, but she has a frappe. Lucky her. Also, now that the scraps thing is kind of up and running, I wanted to know what kind of content would you guys like to see? I had a great idea, but it would be a little bit further down the line, and that would be to travel in the scraps thing down Route 66. I feel like it would be quite an adventure, honestly. What would you guys think? Look at mine! Hello! I'm in too good of a mood today. It's a scraps thing day. Why wouldn't I be in a good mood? La Abu. I really thought those cops were behind me. We almost didn't make it to the museum. It has been so nice in Arizona lately. I think we're like at a cool 72 degrees right now. And it's only 10 a.m. This museum is pretty far though. It's on the other side of town. We're on the south side. We're in the ghetto. We really want a coffee right now too. I haven't had any breakfast. I wonder when the last time this was on the road before me. Oh, I fucking love this car. It's too exciting, too exciting. We gotta relax a little bit. I really want a coffee, but I don't have any cup holders. Ah, I miss my GTI. I like your car. On the reflection of his paint, you can see the exhaust fumes of my car. My dad used to work there. Not at the foot massage place. We have no AC, but I don't see a reason for it right now either. It is beautiful today, man. The downshifts are blissful. There's also an event that happened recently here in Tucson that I missed, that the scrap thing would have been perfect at. It's called Duct Tape Drags, and it's basically the shittiest cars you could imagine that shouldn't even be running, doing burnouts and drag races. This was perfect. This was perfect. Wow, we really are on the nice side of town. They're gonna pull us over just because we don't have a clear coat. Wow. Their new location is huge. A little K truck. I think they have coffee here anyway. We made it. I heard they had a Batmobile. As soon as I pulled into the Tucson Auto Museum, you know I had to get a couple cool shots of the scraps thing. And honestly, the environment itself was super welcoming. There was an Italian ice station outside, jumping castle, photo booth with pumpkins, and most importantly, there was coffee. I think I remember saying something about coffee. I really want a coffee, but I don't have any cup holders. I really want a coffee right now too. Anyway, my coffee was crafted by a local company here in Arizona. And interestingly enough, they make their own syrups out of piloncillo. Please drop a like if you even know what piloncillo is. Like I said, the environment was very welcoming. The staff, of course, were super friendly, as well as super happy to tell you about the history of these cars. Like Bob here, for example, was explaining to us the history of this 1948 Davis Devon, which was supposed to be a cutting-edge, advanced car of the future inspired by aviation. But this revolutionary car of the future was overpromised and underdelivered. Huh, it sounds kind of familiar. There was also a bunch of these tiny cars, which me standing at 5'6", I feel like I would get into them pretty easy. They of course reminded me of that one Top Gear episode when Jeremy's just constantly flipping the three-wheeled cars. But the one that caught my eye was a 1957 Zundap Janus. Yeah, not sure why they named it that, but it did have one on each end. And while we were admiring these tiny cars, something crazy happened. Now, I can't really show you the footage of exactly what happened, but basically, while we were walking around, we heard a big slam, and this lady had fallen over onto a car, and we immediately ran to help her out. She was saying she was okay, but I was holding her up, and when I would let her go, she would kind of tilt back and almost fall again. So once she regained her balance, we walked away. We were going to notify one of the staff members that somebody had fallen over on a car, and not even 30 seconds later, and that's when we of course went to go find help, and the staff came out, helped her out. They called the paramedics, but by the time that the paramedics got there, she had driven off. Not sure if that was the best idea for her to do, but so after all that craziness and excitement, we got to meet Lucas. Lucas is one of the mechanics at the Tucson Auto Museum that keep these cars showroom and car show ready. He was kind enough to give us a behind the scenes look at this operation. He also showed us his personal project, which, what do you know, it's a 66 Mustang. I think I've worked on one or two of those. He plans on doing a lot of modifications to this coupe, including a Ford 8.8 swap, which is actually how he found this channel. After the private tour, we sure worked up an appetite, so we headed over to the hot dog stand where we enjoyed some Sonoran dogs. Yes! I also wanted to quickly talk about this 1954 Kaiser Darren because it is very similar to one of our current projects. It is a fiberglass sports car built in the 50s with a very interesting design, including the tiny grille up front. But one of the most eye-catching characteristics of this car are the sliding doors. As you can see, they slide into the fenders. Once again, it is very similar to one of our current projects, which is a 1954 Glasspar G2. Now that car we've been working on for quite a while already, and we just discovered that it's pretty much rotting from the inside out. But that's a topic for the next video. And speaking of current projects, let's quickly get into the artwork on the Mustang fenders. So it was my birthday recently and I turned into the old age of 26. And for my birthday, I decided to have a paint party so family and friends could contribute to the artwork we have around the walls in the shop. I told them they had total creative freedom as to what they painted on the scrap stained fender. And as you can see, they took that and they ran with it. I think it came out pretty awesome. I'm even debating on having them paint other parts of the scrap stain. Hot dogs! Man, but there was something in the air that day. A nice drive, cool cars, hot dogs, coffee, a pretty date. Those are all the makings for a great Saturday. Well, that was the Tucson Auto Museum. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. But if you are looking for something to do on your day off, definitely come and check it out. There is a lot of experts here that know way more than I do and are eager to talk to you about it. But with that being said, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the next one. But I think I would
pretend that you told me that it would look much better with the Corvette gone. That it would really highlight that blue car if it was just there all alone.
Yeah, we'll put that on the reviews.
Okay,
I'll tell them that Mike told me to say that on camera.